I cannot commoditize my work, and I'm going to explain to you why. I need your help right now. These are wild times, aren't they? These are wild times, and I am being funneled into absolute alignment with the shedding of everything else that does not serve that which I teach. I am also going through the vortex. It is incredible. So at the moment, I have been told over these last few weeks, and it's becoming more and more clear to me, that I can not commoditize my work, and discovering what this means. Now, for a while, I have been saying that I cannot bullet point my work. Now, first of all, I will invite you, where is what I am saying resonating within you? How is this showing up in your life? Because I cannot be the only one who is going through this. And even if the surface level stories of which I'm going to be telling you about, you may have judgments or ideas about, there is so much more available in what I am sharing. This is how we evolve through consciousness right now. So this is also why I've been saying for quite some time now, I'm not going to make videos bullet pointing ways to help you out or how to do things, right? That's old paradigm. That's old paradigm. Yes, it works at a certain level, but not where I'm speaking from. And why do I need your help today? I need your help today because I have 4 days until I'm going to be homeless. And why is this connected to commoditization? Why? It's because I, like pretty much the whole world, has been commoditizing the energies of the soul, trying to help other people be understanding the frequencies of love. Now, quite frankly, I don't know how I'm going to go about doing this, but whenever I feel inspired, I'm going to jump on and speak. And if somebody listens, great. If they don't, fine. I will find a way. And we, with my partner, we're choosing love over everything. If you want to know how to do that in your relationships and fix your relationships, yeah, we found the keys how to do that. But right now, I cannot give any more and he cannot give any more. So there's a really big, massive energy of frequency changing right now, of turning the tables on support, on helping those who need it. And right now I say, please click on the donation button and please donate what you can. I will be homeless on Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Seriously. Because I have given my all. I have given my all to my art. I've given above and beyond. And this is the truth. And I know what you might say at certain levels. I'm also very good at gaslighting myself and doubting myself. This is one of the things in which I've been healing. You might say, well, have you looked at yourself, Hazel? Well, have you considered your self-worth values? And I'm like, excuse me, if you come to journey with me, like I'm taking a group of 5 women right now on the Chalice program, you will learn exactly what I'm talking about. And there is next level frequencies, next level approaches to your life that tap into the absolute truth of what all of these things are. Psychology only gets you so far. Ecstatic dance only gets you so far. Cacao ceremony only gets you so far. Yoga only gets you so far. It's the alchemical fusion of your life soul path that breaks through the rest of the illusions and allows the new earth frequencies, which are a reality, to be lived in this lifetime right here, right now, to be lived out. If you're following the money, there's only so far that is going to get you. And I have been journeying also into the frequencies and the truth of money. And soul business. Now it's like I have gone so far on this journey that I can see and sense and feel the truth through everything. And so when I tune into my work, my soul work, and I've gone through these cycles of showing up, making bullet points, getting the right images, the target audience, all of that. It doesn't work for me. Why is it not working for me? Because there's something else available for me Everybody has something different, but for me in particular, there's something else available. And right now, what I'm being called to do is I have nothing left other than to show up and share my voice, because I have given everything, everything. The last thing that I refuse to give up, which I will never give up, is the vibration and the love of my heart. I have carried this throughout the whole of my life. It is what all my life work is based on, and I have not sold my soul 1 inch for this profound gift that I have carried through the whole of my life. Emotional neglect, abuse, everything that I have been through, all of this contributes to this moment of realizing I cannot give any more. And I'm sure that there's others that are out there also wondering, how on earth are we as a humanity going to get through this? So I can't give any more, and I need support right now. I'm at my end. It's going to end. If I don't get support, I will be homeless. I will be living that out. So, and this is why I can't give any more, because I've given my all. So if you're interested in supporting my work, now is the time. And if you're interested in receiving what I have to say about love and consciousness, and actually caring about humanity, caring about those who are suffering, maybe there's a way forward for us as a humanity to start caring for each other, to start healing separation. I have gone through so much separation in my life. So much separation. And some people say, well, why? Some people might say, you know, like I said, I'm very good at gaslighting myself, so I don't need any of that. Why haven't you just got over it? Well, the fact is, if you delve deep enough into the deepest of your work, you know that you cannot hide it under the carpet. So what have I done? I've looked at it all of the family heritage. Everything that I have felt, I have realised is true. Everything that I sensed and was judged for being too much, oversensitive, etc. It's true. It's true. And what do I do at the end of that? Well, I decided to keep my life, but choose to live love instead. And this is how life rewards you when you live love. It keeps wanting you to give more and more and more until you can't give any more. And I can't give any more other than to show up and say, I need your help right now. And it's not because I'm weak. It's because I'm the strongest person that I know. And sometimes I feel like I'm standing alone because I refuse to give up on love. Even though I've been betrayed and cast out and so many judgments on me that are all untrue. Because at the end of the day, I know I will die knowing that I vouched for love all the way. I'm trusting in my gifts as an artist. I was born as an artist, which means that I can hear, feel and see everything. And I was also programmed through whatever bullying or trying to fit into the system or whatever it was, that wasn't good enough, and I had to try and commoditize myself. And every time I tried to commoditize what I was making, I couldn't. It stopped. And this is also what's happened with my oracle here, which I've been working on for 13 years. I didn't even know I was making it when I started it. Like this, you want to know, like, oh my goodness, you want to know what it's like to know Frida Kahlo? Oh my God, well, perhaps you know somebody already who's living that life of the tortured artist. Honestly, you have no choice. When you are born into this, you have no choice, because you know what it means. If you give up on love, you know what it means. And I won't do that. Not for me, not for anyone. And that's why I've managed to turn my life around so significantly these last years. Going from attracting such abusive relationships to now being in a loving partnership and teaching my partner the ways of love so that he can finally heal within himself, heal the wounds that the men have also had to go through. How do I know this? Because I've journeyed through love the whole of my life. It's fucking wild. It's fucking wild. And if I end up homeless next week, well, I will continue to find a way to love. I will. It's fucking nuts. Anyway, so I can't do any more one-to-ones or anything. If you want to get into my chalice program, I'm offering 4 spaces for that. For people who are really ready for the next level of work, consciousness work, personal development work, like really, really doing it. All of the women who came to work with me, they came on the retreat in May, they were mind blown because they've done a lot of work, and they were also said to me, oh my goodness, Hazel, I was not prepared for this. And this is the thing, it's like nobody's prepared for love. Nobody is really, truly, madly, deeply prepared for what the path of love does. Even if you take any kind of training, but if you want to super highway your way to healing your wounds, whether it be family wounds, relationship wounds, wounds of hating yourself, not knowing the answers, come and sit with me. Come and sit with me. I've worked through it all, and art has shown me the way. It's incredible. So there we go. There we go. And the reason why I say that my work cannot be commoditized is because I'm a channeler, because I'm a psychic, because my gifts are so finely retuned due to the multiple breakdowns I've had in my life, and always chosen for love through the whole thing. It awakens the true innate gifts that you have in yourself. And this is also what I show is available for people, to awaken the love within themselves. And that awakens your gifts of love and everything that you are. So when I channeled the Oracle a few weeks ago, despite having done the Kickstarter funding to raise the minimum of what was needed to get a couple of 100 decks printed, when I channeled this a couple of weeks ago, I was astonished to realise, why isn't anything moving? Well, it's because the Oracle told me it cannot be commoditized. And I'm sitting with that thinking, well, how on earth am I going to do this? And there's no other way that I can do this right now, because this work of art is so pure. And you might say, well, yeah, just pack it up and get it printed. It's not like that. I will not sell my soul. Other people might do that. I will not. I will go to my grave knowing that I did not sell my soul. So that's pretty wild, isn't it? That's pretty cool. And so then that does raise, I'm going to say, like, over these next 4 days, because I've got nothing to lose, every time I feel inspired to speak, I'm going to get on and speak. So just follow me for the journey. Even if you don't donate or help me out, that's absolutely fine. You'll have a laugh with me whilst we're going down. So that's really cool. So let me get to the Oracle. Let me read what the Oracle said. And this is something that I'll be really talking about regarding commoditization, because right now there's a purification regarding commoditization and consumerism, which is one of the toxic things that's out there in society right now, which is forcing people into repeating their own addictive natures. So nobody can heal addiction. Nobody can heal the wounds of the broken heart because they're addicted into consuming and commoditizing. And this doesn't allow the flip side of that reality, which is opening up to giving and receiving, and knowing that giving is actually receiving. Now, the issue that I have is that I have given it all, hoping that somebody might be illuminated, enough to go, whoa, you also deserve just to sit back for a while, Hazel. You've been holding the light for humanity for quite some time. You've been healing those intergenerational wounds, like right through this vessel, feeling every single thing for the whole of my life. Please just sit back, put your feet up and have a rest now, Hazel. Wouldn't that be great? Anyway, so the whole thing that's wild about this, right, is that when you reach this level of purification within yourself and you can see it all, your life is a comedy tragedy. You talk about witnessing your own life, right? Becoming a witnesser. This is what they talk about, becoming a witnesser. I never actually thought I would get this far, but it's beautiful. It's wild. Anyway, so the Oracle said, the Oracle will be completed with clean money from donations. And this includes all of my work because I have embodied the essence of the Oracle throughout doing these pictures, all these portraits, all these incredible people who have stepped in to be part of this illuminated work of art, masterpiece that will be published. I don't know how, but it will be somehow. All these amazing people who have stepped in and said, yeah, I would really love to be witnessed by you, soul to soul, and bringing in, downloading that information. So when this level of illumination happens within you, basically you've been broken enough by the old society and all of the bullshit that everybody thinks you are. You finally get broken. This actually happened 5 years ago to me. I've been trying to integrate it for the last 5 years. If you're into the gene keys, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Full explosion of my inner world, apocalypse, you might call it. And that doesn't resolve itself by just picking yourself up and going to work the next day. This is why nobody wants to do the inner work, because it's really hard. It's really hard. But somehow my soul said, yeah, that's my story. I'm choosing for that. So here we go. Thank goodness I'm still an artist, so I can make something of it. So the Oracle will not let me commoditize it because it belongs to no one. I am but a custodian to its realization here on earth. When you receive your deck, it will not belong to you. You are an apprentice to its wisdom. This lineage is connected to great wisdom lineages that have shown themselves to me as I neared completion of the artwork. You can imagine how wild this is for me as a psychic, as a seer, as a visionary, to be receiving this when you might think, oh, well, that will help me earn a living. And then my Oracle says, no, you cannot commoditize it. Unbelievable. But this is the true essence of art. This is what it's about. So my purpose here on earth is to resurrect the essence of art and to bring that spark of life and love back to those who need it. Give hope back to life. Give hope back to the heart of humanity. This is what this first Oracle is doing, and it shows you how to do that. So as these lineage that have shown themselves to me have been multiple, working with so many different frequencies and energies. For example, the Oracle of Delphi, Nostradamus, Jeshua, Mary Magdalene, God. By the way, I'm not religious. I'll never be religious. This is freaking wild for me. But here we go. Universal consciousness, Princess Diana, the goddesses, Kali, Hathor, Isis, Anubis, Lilith, Pan, the whole animal kingdom, the dragons, the plant world, Gaia, the I Ching, Frida Kahlo, and so many more have come through as I have learned. I haven't learned, it's just come through me. And I'm like, oh, hello, Frida Kahlo. What do you have to say? Like, pretty wild. It's amazing coming from an atheist family that I'm still, that I'm able to do this, quite frankly. Anyway, I did not ask for these guides. They came to me, and perhaps I'm as surprised as you are. And this lost ancient wisdom received through the vibration and frequency from the sacrifice of my own suffering, leading to the freedom of my body and the freedom of karmic ties, is the unification of my soul in divine union. And this is what everybody wants. They want to know, how can I have a better relationship with my dog, with my partner, with my family, with my sister, with my daughter, with my brother, with whoever? How can I have a better relationship? Well, this shows the way. The oracle shows the way. It shows the way how to embody the coding of the I Ching. And my friends, I was shown the gene keys only a couple of months ago. When I read it, I was astounded, because what I have created in this oracle is the next step. How could that be possible? Well, it's possible because I created everything that I have done purely from inspiration, without outside source. And this is what I talk about in my teachings with these women who are doing the work with the chalice with me right now, is letting go of methods, letting go of who you think you are, letting go of all those attachments, so that finally you can start living who you were always meant to be. And this is part of the teachings. This is part of the teachings. So it goes on. My life is a work of art. I am art and I am love. This goes for everybody. Your life is a work of art. I help you decode and read your old life so that you can know what happened and you can make a change now to create a beautiful life ahead. Somehow, my situation of what I'm in right now is also guiding me to do that. It's pretty wild. I am obviously a leader in this realm, because I don't know who else would dare to do what I am doing, all in the name of love. Hoping that maybe there's some souls out there who are also very free-spirited and willing to support the cause of love. Because when this does come out, and all the work that I am doing, also with my beloved partner, here we are, in one of the cards called the Prophecy Walkers, this is about walking the prophecy of living your soul in this lifetime. If you've been miserable and not known how to do it, now is the time to step in to your own life soul journey. Unfortunately, at the moment, I do not have much capacity to lead many more souls into this journey, but I would, because I need to receive the support so that I don't go homeless on Tuesday. Pretty wild, isn't it? Anyway, I'm sure if this happens next Tuesday, I'm sure I'll be making art about it once I find another home. Or I might be actually living on the street for a while and I will make some art about that. Won't that be fun? So, this is what it's showing. It's showing in the collective. Are you ready to love? Are you actually ready to turn around and support those people who've been holding the light of love for everyone all this time? Are you willing to turn around and go, sorry, you're not actually who I thought you were? Please, can I help you now? Yeah, that would be really great. Oh, I'm sorry that I thought you were a complete asshole, Hazel. You're not. Things like that might be really helpful right now. So, it's just fucking wild. Right. So the oracle shows the way, and it will show you the way. And when we are able to do this, can we do this as a humanity, as a family, guide, helping the people who are holding the light? You know, this is not going to be a business that I set up. When I get on my feet, I want to create everything that gets reinvested into helping people so that they can also feel the love of their heart within themselves again. So whether that looks like a charity or a foundation or whatever, I don't know. So evidently this is part of leadership. So the oracle is a portal of purification for humanity to cross the bridge from the old paradigm of separation, greed, commoditization, power, possession, fear, righteousness, and ownership into connection, into unity, into love, friendship, support, kindness and generosity. This oracle cleans the path of ignorance and the great forgetting and turns a blind eye of humanity into reorientating the gaze back to sacred life. And sacred life, again, I will reiterate, I am not religious. Sacred life is knowing that you are love and you have a gift of light and love to share with others. And I'm not meaning light and love transcendence, spiritual bypass brigade. I'm talking you've done the fucking deal. You've lived it through. You've gone through the grime. You've lost everything again and again and again, and still you choose for love. My God. You want to know what it's like Buddha sitting under a Bodhi tree, losing his mind. Well, here we go. This is great. This is technology for you. You're able to see it live. So, it's a good job I can take the piss out of myself. And the wild thing is that through this all, I love everybody more. Even all the people who've betrayed me, even I can see all the teachings in it. It's like, yeah, I think if one person turns around and says, well, have you looked at yourself? Are you sure? I'm like, wow. Yeah, let's just not even go there. Let's just not even go there. Try taking your personal journey right to the edge of actually discovering who you really are, and then maybe we can talk. So this oracle cleans the path of ignorance and the great forgetting and turning a blind eye of humanity. It reorientates the gaze back to sacred life through the eyes of every soul in this oracle as conduits of divine inspiration for you. We all play our part. We are all part of the divine game of justice for humanity. The great sacred heart of humanity, and it has to be unconditional. The giving has to be unconditional, and that's why my work will only be donation based from now on, because I can't buy the lie that is right now around the status of money. I can't do it. So this is why the oracle can't get published yet, because it is in itself a real, authentic work of art, masterpiece, that hopefully will be published before I die. Oh God. This oracle supersedes and corrects any misuse of magic that may have occurred in the misconduct of tarot cards. I received this message over 2 years ago, because I started working with the Alistair Crowley deck, and there was an energy in there that was not correct, and I realised I needed to work through all of those energies in order to bring that purification process, and it's through the reclamation of the sacred feminine nonetheless, right? So you talk about the feminine rising, okay? Well, why is there mainly men who are claiming themselves on positions of authority in these positions of authority as sages or as wisdom keepers, and where are the women? And this is what I want to say, and this is why after what happened to me 5 years ago, I said I cannot do this without people by my side and without my beloved Alistair by my side. Well, I didn't know him then, but then he came into my life, because I knew that when I would get to this point of delivering these messages, this is the feminine rising, and I'm not alone. I've done it with a man, and he is rising, and he is incredible. And right now, we need your support, because you want to know, do you want to know what the real work of life is about, and love is about? Well, actually, I don't think most people do. It's about fighting for each other, fighting for the love inside each other, not creating war. And this is what this is about. And so we are doing this. We are riding the forefront. And I'm not asking you to come on any, I don't know. This is why we have not done any retreats for couples, because we can see all the lies that are happening right now in all of these spiritual retreats for couples or tantra for couples. It's a dead end. It will not fix your relationship. This true, pure, vibrational work of consciousness, getting into the grain, finding that grain of sand on the beach, which illuminates the great why. Why did I live my life like that? Why am I living my life like this right now? And this is the pure passion that comes in when you lose it all. When you lose it all apart from love. So, you want to know what love is about? Join me, join us for the journey. So I've corrected all of this ridiculous rubbish around tarot cards and oracles. And I say this as well, and I will say this when my oracle gets published and I'm speaking to hundreds of thousands of people about the real oracle, that you will not dare to just stick a whole load of pictures together and call it an oracle. No, this is the oracle that changes everything. And I stand by that because I know that. And this is why I have not commoditized it, and I didn't rush to sell it like everybody else is doing. And not to put down anybody else's journey, I'm just saying this is my journey. Authentic, authenticity, with the heart, all the way. So this purifies the way for the return of the sacred heart of humanity, the sacred body, the sacred wisdom, the sacred sexuality. We all want some of that, don't we? Well, I advise you to take the journey with me and Alistair right from the beginning, and then you'll find out how hard it is. Sacred innocence, the unification of the God and Goddess, the true path of the priestess of love, the oracle of the divine. So all proceeds from this oracle will be reinvested into creating a foundation for consciousness, for the heart of humanity and the resurrection of the sacred human, the new earth, ninth dimensional frequencies of expanding consciousness and living life as love. I didn't ask for this. I know that there's so many people seeking out there, seeking, like, how do you achieve this? Seeking, oh, fifth dimensional consciousness. I felt this. I didn't ask for any of this. I just followed my soul journey and it smashed me open. So this is why I'm saying to you, when I'm coming and delivering my work, it's from a ninth dimensional consciousness space. I didn't ask for this. This is what it's telling me. And also how to embody this innate intelligence, this ancient wisdom that simply opens up through you, as part of you, when you take the journey. There's no AI needed. You don't need AI to reach a higher level of consciousness, to activate your divine intelligence. No, but what you do need to do is take the journey. And this is what everyone's afraid of. And I know this from the hundreds of people that I've worked with. And there always comes a point where it's my life purpose to illuminate this sacred feminine, truly do it. I can't escape it. It has taken me by the claws. That when you take somebody on the journey, I can feel and sense the resistance. And that's when people pull away. And this is what makes this journey extremely lonely. People want the light. They want the quick fix. They don't want to take the journey. And this is what my and Alistair's work's all about. Because humanity's not going to go through this if we don't take the journey. AI is not going to get you there. But taking the journey, the true humble journey of awakening is, we don't even know how to do this as a collective. Right now, we're all over the place. So all I'm left with is to sit here and speak what I have right now in this very moment. And this is what my path is leading me to, because there's nothing left. So I still hold hope that I will be able to create my exhibition next year. publication of this oracle, that I will continue to be able to make my podcast and bring on very profound women and men speakers who have given their all in the name of love. And I would love to turn up at events and speak, because part of my soul coding is that I speak from the heart and soul. And when I speak to you, I speak to your heart and soul. I don't know how I've done this. It's just part of who I am. This is why I've triggered so many people and have been led to believe that it was me who was overreacting or too much or whatever it is that I'm judged to be. But I speak to your soul, and that's why it hurts. That's why it hurts. So I still believe and I still hold hope that these things can come to fruition, but I need your help to do that. I need your donations. I need your significant donations in order to make this happen. The only thing I can give right now is turning up on camera for the next 4 days and sharing where I'm at. I can't adjust the truth anymore. I can't put bullet points out there on how to make your soul business. The true business is about living your soul and leaving that business behind. The true awakening of humanity comes through friendship, support, kindness, and generosity. And that's scary in itself, isn't it? Try doing that. I've invested everything. Perhaps you will receive something you're looking for if you also invest in something that you've never done before. So this oracle is the first translation of the Rainbow Bridge and the illuminated rainbow body. And why am I able to talk about this is because I've been embodying it for the last 5 years. And I will continue to say that when something happens to me on my personal journey, because I am journeying all the time, I am living fully my soul life journey. I don't commoditize things or make them a course or think that's a great idea. In fact, I've watched many people around me take my ideas and commoditize them very successfully. But that's out of integrity, and I refuse to go out of integrity. So this is where I am at today. I can't go any further, like I said, other than showing up, asking for donations. And I need significant donations, and all of my work and my work with my partner will now be all donation based. And anything that comes from this oracle, like I said, it does not belong to me. It does not belong to you. It's a lineage. It's a gift for humanity. I will really enjoy sending those oracle decks to those who supported me. I think there was about 70 people who came in to support me for the first part. But now I need significant donations in order to really get this to where it needs to be. And first and foremost, so that I can actually live as of next Tuesday. That would be very helpful indeed. And may this be the first beginning of how humanity can shift into helping each other. It's not all about the big wars that are going on. There's distraction there. There's enormous amounts of suffering, inside and outside. Everything that is happening in society right now is reflecting all that needs to be cleared within oneself, within one's vessel. This is why I do the work with the chalice. I didn't do it because I stole it or thought it was a great idea because of Mary Magdalene. I did it because these downloads have come incessantly to me over the last 7 years that I have not been able to refuse being able to take my own initiations into making the chalices, throwing the first lot off a cliff in England because that was part of my initiation. Like, this process of making and destroying is beyond. So the work that I'm delivering with the chalices is pure. I'm not delivering it for any gimmick to try and be a priestess. I'm delivering it with true, pure frequencies of awakened, illuminated love. What else is possible? What else is possible in this lifetime? Nothing's going to change if we don't change, people. I've been changing for years. It cost me a lot. And I'm not just talking financially. Of course, it's cost me everything financially, but it's also cost me a lot of ego. I've surrendered a lot of ego. That's what this journey's about. So in learning the path of true transmutation, and yes, if anyone's into the gene keys, yep, I've got the full shebang, which absolutely shows you're going to get smashed to smithereens in this lifetime. You're going to learn how to die so that you can live again. Yeah, that's my profile. Learn the art of true transmutation through the suffering of the heart of humanity itself, which is the essence of the sacred feminine. No floaty dresses here, my friends. This is the real deal. So anyway, like I said, next time I'm going to be inspired, I'm going to jump on. There's going to be lots of lives going on these next 4 days, because after that life, well, let's see what happens. Hopefully we can get past this first portal and pay our rent and start receiving and join us into the prophecy portal as well. We've opened up this prophecy portal on Patreon so that you can actually start accessing these teachings that we're talking about. And if you're in for the real deal, join us. If you're in for just having a next fix of spiritual bypass, this will not be for you. If you're really into what else is available when we journey into love, and how is the essence of love going to rip me apart and illuminate me to the fullest of my divine being, then this is for you. And if you're just in for the comfort, this is not for you. If you're in for the wild ride of your life, this is for you. But if you're into your comfort zones, this is not for you. So yeah, I've had to go beyond all my comfort zones, and now I'm on the edge of becoming homeless. That's pretty uncomfortable. I would really like to not have to go through that. I would like to know that there's enough belief that there is something else available. That gives me trust and hope for the whole of humanity. If we can do this, my friends, if we can do this, club together, anybody can do this. Let's start creating a new reality. All right, I'll see you later. Bye for now. So much love.